Probability set part 1. Probability. Let's say we have these two shelves of toys. So we have 2 of the red toy and 3 of the yellow toy and 5 of the blue toy. Okay, let's say we want the probability. It's the target over the total. Okay, so the probability of the red toy is its number here, it's 2, over the total. That's 2 plus 3 plus 5, each is 10. So it will be 0.2. Okay, let's say I want the probability of the yellow toy or the blue toy. So I don't know if whether I'm getting the yellow or the blue. So it will be both the yellow and the blue. 3 plus 5 over the total, which is 10. So it's 8 over 10, so it's 0.8. Question 1. Okay. In a survey, 607 general surgeon and orthopedic surgeon indicated their major professional activity. The results are summarized in the table above. If one of the surgeons is selected at random, which of the following is closest to the probability that the selected surgeon is an orthopedic surgeon whose indicated professional activity is research? Okay, let's take the inputs here. So they want an orthopedic surgeon here, so and the activity is research, so it's this one. So we want the probability of one of these surgeons getting picked at random. Okay, remember the law here, it's the target over the total. Okay, this is the probability rule, the target over the total. Okay, the target is here 74 over the total, which is 607. So the answer is 0.121911. Okay, which of those is closest to this one? This here, 0.122. The data in the table were produced by a sleep researcher studying the number of dreams people recall when asked to record their dreams for 1 week. Group X consisted of 100 people who observed early bedtime, and Group Y consists of 100 people who observed later bedtime. If a person is chosen at random from those who recalled at least one dream, what is the probability that the person belonged to Group Y? Okay, so one dream, okay, at least one dream, so one or more. So we will have this, all of them, means all of them, except the people who didn't remember any of their dreams. So none, we will not take none. So we will take from 1 to 5 plus. Okay, what is the probability that people belongs to Group Y? Okay, so it's Group Y. So it's here 11 and 64. Okay, so remember the probability. It's the target over the total. Our target here is 11 and 68. So it's 11 plus 68 over the total. We can take all of these numbers, these 4 numbers, 28, 57, 11 and 68, and add them, or we can take their totals. 39 is the total of 28 and 11, and 125 is the total of 57 and 68. You have the choice, do whatever you want. Okay, so we'll take 39 plus 125. So it's 79 over 164. So this is the correct answer. Question 3. The same 20 contestants in each of 3 days answered 5 questions in order to win a prize. Each contestant received 1 point for each correct answer. The number of contestants receiving a given score on each day is shown in the table above. Okay. No contestant received the same score on 2 different days. if a contestant is selected at random, okay, what is the probability that the selected contestant received a score of 5 on day 2 or day 3? So first we have score of 5, so this column here, okay, then it's day 2 or day 3. Day 2 or day 3. Okay, now this is given, this is not random, given that the contestant received a score of 5 on one of the 3 days. So it's here. So the total will be the 7, not that the 60, no, it will be the 7. So remember the probability, the target over the total. So here the target is 2 plus 3, and the total, remember, it's 5 and one of the 3 days, so it's one of those. So the total will be 7 only. So it's 5 over 7. Question 4. The table below shows the number of state parks in a certain state that contains camping facilities and bicycle paths. Okay, if one of those state parks is selected at random, what is the probability that it has camping facilities but doesn't have bicycle paths? Okay, first they want it with camping facilities, so this one, and they say they doesn't have bicycle paths, so it's this one, so it's 5. So remember the probability rule, it's the target, our target here over the total. So our target here is 5, and the total is not even in the table, so you'll have to calculate it ourselves. 20 plus 5 plus 8 plus 4, so it's 5 over 37, so the answer is this one. Question 5. The table shows the number of people who works in the human resources and accounting departments of a company and the highest level of education they have completed. A person from one of these departments is to be chosen at random. If the person chosen works in human resources department, what is the probability that the highest level of education the person completed is a master's degree? Okay, first it's given here. It's they say if the person chosen is in human resources, so it's here. You're choosing from this one. Okay, now they are asking about the probability that the highest level of education the person have completed is a master's degree. So if we selected one person at random from the HR and we want to know the probability of he having a master's degree. Okay, remember the rule here, target over total. Our target here is the 2, and the total is 4 and 2 only. Okay, so it's 2 over 6, which is 1 over 3. So the answer is this one. Okay, question 6. The table shows the number of each of 4 different types of music composed by Mozart and Haydn. If the concerto composed by one of these composers is selected randomly, what is the probability that Haydn was the composer? Okay, they say here concerto composed. Okay, so we will only choose from here. Okay, then one of these composers selected random, which is the probability of Haydn is the composer. Okay, so it's Haydn, so it's here the 45. Remember the probability rule, it's the target over the total. So target here it's 45 and the total here is 79 plus 45, because we are only picking from the concerto part here, or the concerto music only. So it's 45 over 124, which is this one. Question 7. The table shows the distribution of age and gender for 25 people who entered a contest. If the contest winner will be selected at random, what is the probability that the winner will be either a female under age 40 or a male age 40 or older? Okay, so they say first it's a female under the age of 40, so under 40 and female here 8, or male 40 or older male 40 or older. Okay, so male and 40 plus, so it's here. Okay, so remember the rule here. It's the target over the total. The target it's both 8 or 2. So it's 8 plus 2 or 2 plus 8, which is 10, and the total is 25. It's their total here. Total of all contestants, 25. Okay, so it's 10 over 25. It's this one. Question 8. Gerardo have 3 blue shirts and W white shirts. So they didn't give us the number of white shirts. They only gave us the W. Okay, in his closet, and these are the only shirts he in his closet. Okay, if Gerardo selected a shirt at random from his closet, which of the following gives the probability that Gerardo will select a white shirt? Okay, you will apply the rule here. Okay, the target over the total. Our target here, it's white shirt. So first it will be white over the total, which is the 3 plus the W. So it's 3 plus W, so it's this one. The incomplete table summarizes the number of left-handed students and right-handed students by gender for the 8th grade students at Castle Middle School. There are 5 times as many right-handed female students as there are left-handed female students, and there are 9 times as many right-handed male students as there are left-handed male students. If there is a total of 18 left-handed students and 122 right-handed students in the school, which of the following closest to the probability that a right-handed student is selected at random is female? Note, assume that none of the 8th grade students are both right-handed and left-handed. Okay, so they gave us an incomplete table, and first they want the probability that a right-handed student is selected at random, and it's a female. So it's this one, right-handed student, and they want the probability if we selected one of those at random that it will be a female. Okay, first we need to complete the table. So remember here, they say in 8th grade there are 5 times as many right-handed female students as there are left-handed female students. So it's 5 to 1 or F to 5F. So the left-handed is the right-handed is more 5 times than the left-handed, so it's F to 5F. Okay, and for male students, there are 9 times many right-handed male students as there are left-handed male students. So the right hand it's 9 times, so it's M to 9M. Okay, so we have two equations here. We know F plus M is 18. Okay, then 5F plus 9M is 122. As 18 and 122, 18 is the total of those, and 122 is the total of those. Okay, so we have a system of equation here. Feel free to do it using the calculator or do it using the substitution or elimination or whatever method you prefer. Okay, so the result will be F is 10 and M is 8. Okay, let's get the probability here. It's the target over the total. The target here is 5F. So we know F is 10. So 5 multiply 10. So it's 50 over the total. The total of the right-handed here is 122. So it's 50 over 122. It will give us 0.4098. So it's closest to this one, A. So A is the answer. Question 10. In rectangle ABCD, about AB equal 2 and ED equal 1.75, if the point is selected at random from inside the rectangle, the probability that the point is selected will be in the shaded region, this region, they mean 0.25. What is the value of Y? Okay. So they give us a probability, which is 0.25. But how did they get this probability? The target over the total. Okay, what is the target here? It is the shaded part. What is the area of the shaded part? The area of the triangle. It's and the area of the whole rectangle. Okay, the area of triangle half base time height, and the area of the rectangle is length time width. Okay, we have, let's say the length is 2 and the width is y, and base here is 1.75 and the height here is 2. It's 2, BA is 2, so it's the same here, it will be 2. So half base time height, okay, half will be cancelled with the 2, so it will be 1.75. Okay, length and width, it's the 2 and the y, so we have 2 times y, and we know this expression is equal to 0.25 because 0.25 is the probability, it's already given. So to know the y, let's solve this as a ratio. So 1.75 times 1 divided 0.25 here, so it will be 2y, it's equal to 1.75 times 1 over 0.25, so it will be equal to 7. 2y is equal to 7, then send the 2 to the other side to be divided, so y is equal to 7 over 2, which is equal to 3.5. Question 11. A sample of 600 ninth graders was selected at random and asked how much time they spent on homework each day. If the ninth graders selected 220 spent less than 2 hours on homework each day, if the conclusion was drawn that approximately 1.35 million ninth graders spent less than 2 hours on homework each day, which of the following is the closest to the probability to the population in millions of the ninth graders? Okay, so here let's make the table. It's 600, it's the sample, it's not the population. Okay, so, and here 220 spent less than 2 hours on homework, okay, from this sample. Okay, and here 1.35 million spend less than 2 hours. So this is the part of population that spend less than 2 hours, the real population, okay, not the sample. Okay, let's make a table. Remember the rule here, the probability is the target of the total. Let's make the table here. This is the sample and this is the population. Okay, here is less than 2 hours and here is greater than 2 hours and here is the total. Okay, for the sample, we know it's 220, it's given here, and the total here is 600. Okay? Okay. Now, for the population, for the real population of people who spend less than 2 hours is 1.35 million. So 1.35 million. The total, we don't know it. So we can do it using the ratio. Can know it using the ratio. So it's 1.35 million times 600 divide 220. Okay, so 1.35 million times 600 over 220, so it's 3.6818 million. Okay, so it's closest to C. So C is the answer. Okay, that's it for today, and the next part is just for fun.